What's up, good people? Christian Allaire here. Welcome to your YouTube channel for Power Yoga. Welcome to my little home studio here in Salt Lake City. Got a beautiful practice for you in store today. Going to be working on some balancing positions, maybe some airplane to knee down lunge, and just getting into the physical body opening, feeling good, looking good, ought to be in Hollywood. So grab your gear, your yoga strap, block, whatever you need to facilitate your practice. And I will see you on the other side of that intro. Let's roll it. Boom. I would like to invite you into Child's Pose. Bring your hips to the back of the mat, settle your big toes to touch, your knees nice and wide, the hands come out in front of you, lay the forehead onto the floor, let the belly rest between the thighs. Start to breathe in and out in a deeper fashion, in a rhythmic fashion, and then try to bring a little bit of a 4 count to your breathing so you start to work on a little bit of a metronome style rhythm here. Okay, yogis, if my warm-up is a little too quick for you, you need a little extra time to get the body juiced up and ready to move, create that heat, the tapas. Please feel free to pause the video, do that, or just catch up whenever you're ready. So with that, let's come into Tabletop Pose. Let's bring the hands directly underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips. Pull the pit of the belly in just a little bit, and then inhale for cow face pose. Lift the head, lift the tail, and then cat pose. Round and dome the spine, pushing through the tops of the feet, the knees, and the shins. Inhale, change. Belly softens, head lifts. Breathe in. And exhale, round. And do 3 or 4 more sets to your own pacing. If you need to stop in cat pose, then do so. If you need to stay in cow facing pose, then feel free to do that. Remember, this is your practice. The teacher, yours truly, only set to pace, and then you are the one that are responsible for matching the intensity that's conducive for you. Okay, from here we're going to come into a cat pose, so round, push through the fingertips, curl the toes under, walk the hands out towards the front edge of the mat, lift the hips, downward facing dog with the fingers spread nice and wide. Feel free to pedal out your feet, feel free to take a leg up, move your system around, shake your head yes, 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 and no, no, no. Maybe bend and straighten. Coming back to a nice still downward facing dog. Take a look where the heels are in line with the actual butt bones. Lift your head, look at the wrists, make sure they're in line with the wrist bone, and then your index finger faces nice and forward. Push the floor away, soften the knees, melt the heart. Lift the head, look towards the hands, walk forward, ragdoll pose. Top of the mat. Capture the elbows or keep the backs of the hands on the floor, totally up to you. Drop the head low, stay still, or feel free to sway side to side. Drop the backs of the hands and, both hands to the floor, toe heel the feet together. Begin to roll up to extended mountain pose, piece by piece, bone by bone. Take the arms above your head, reach up nice and tall, extend up. Bring the hands to the heart center, breathe out. Circle sweep the arms back to the sky. Breath in, Right hand to your left wrist. Stretch it up to the ceiling. Go to your right side. Little side bend. Press through the left hip. Keep pulling your left arm up and over a barrel. Bring it back to the center. Change hands. Left hand to the right wrist. Stretch it up. Feel the right side body. Get that beautiful stretch. Take it to the left. Physically push down through both feet evenly and then press your hips to the right side. Bring it back to the center. Cactus arm back bend. Drop the shoulders towards the back of your back and then take a little bit of a back bend. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold, breathe out. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen, flat back, belly to spine, breathe in. Step back, high plank. Full breath in, lower down, setting up for Cobra Pose. Untuck your toes, keep the feet together, push through the toes, low Cobra, inhale. Exhale, chin back to the floor, breath out. 2 more, just like that. Inhale, low Cobra. Really hug the elbows towards the rib cage. Release, chin to the floor. Low Cobra, 3rd round. Breathe in, lift up. Release, chin to the floor. Child's pose. Hips to the heels. Drop in. Inhale, tabletop. This time spin your fingertips towards your knees and then start to rock back and forth. We want to work on your opening of the wrist flexion capacity. You'll feel your forearms get a nice stretch. If you're ever hanging out in Shavasana at the end of a class, especially a class that you did lots of Chaturangas, notice that your fingers are naturally curled up. And this means there's residual tension in your forearms. So we want to stretch the forearms more than we normally do. Spin the hands so they face forward. Walk the hands out in front. Lift your hips. Hike them up, down dog. Press back and up. 3 breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. 3rd round, in through the nose, Ujjayi. Out through the nose, Ujjayi. Walk top of the mat, feet to touch. Inhale, halfway lift, breath in. Exhale, fold, chin to the chest, drop in. Inhale, mountain pose, reach up. Exhale, forward fold, bend at the hips. Chin to the chest, halfway lift, inhale. Step back, high plank. Chaturanga, low plank. Inhale, drop the hips down for upward facing dog. And downward facing dog, breath out. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more round of in-breath. 1 more round out. Come to your toes, yogis. Bend the knees, look forward. Step or jump, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, breathe out. Root down, rise up, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold, breathe out. Inhale, chair pose. Sit the hips back, draw the knees tight, reach the arms up, breathe in. Sit a little deeper, exhale. Breathe in. And lower down a little bit. 1 more full breath. Come into chair plane, sweep the arms behind you. Draw the hands towards center line. Palms are facing down. Keep the weight into the heels. Stand up, Tadasana, slight back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe out. Inhale, lift. Step back, high plank. Breathe in. Halfway down, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Pull the chest through the arms. Downward dog. Breathe out. Inhale to the toes, bend the knees, step or hop. Top of the mat. Inhale, lift, flat back. Exhale, fold in. Rise up, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, chair plane. Stand up, back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing. And down dog, breathe out. Come to your toes, bend the knees, look forward, float. Halfway up. Bow in. Rise up. Folding. Chair pose. Chair plane, fly the arms. Okay, staff pose, left knee lifts. Try to keep your left heel underneath the knee. Reach evenly up through both arms. Find that beautiful, beautiful balanced position. Breathe in. Airplane. Gently fly your arms back, kick your left foot back. Knee down lunge, left toes, left knee. Inhale, arms up. Let's breathe into the front of your left hip, sinking into the right knee, feeling the opening on the first round here. Full breath in, reach up. Exhale the hands down, shift your hips back, fold. Half splits. Left knee is underneath the hip. Engage your toes toward your face a little bit to be active in the pose. Maybe bring your chest slightly to the right. Keep your left hand underneath your left shoulder, right arm to the sky, twist. You're in the twisted position while in a half splits. Okay, you're gonna take a full breath in, just empty out. One more full breath in, reach up, forward fold, top of the mat, top of your mat, forward fold, top mat, root rise, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, reach the arms up. Chair plane, fly the arms back. Staff pose, right knee lifts. Root down through your standing leg, contract the quadricep on the left side. Stay nice and firm in your foundation, but easeful in your mindset and bearing. Breathe in, reach up. Airplane pose, fly the right foot back. Fly your arms back. Softly land the right toes, knee down lunge. Right knee sets, take the arms up. Breath in, and exhale, we sink a little deeper. Breathe in. Ease into the knee. Breath in. Set the hands down, half splits. Shift your butt back. On this side, it's right knee, right hip. Left toes flex. Pull back through the pinky side of your left foot. Turn your chest slightly to the left. Belly to spine. Let's get into the hamstring. Stretch a little bit here. Inhale, left arm up. Right hand should be directly underneath your shoulder. Reach up. Looking up towards the left hand. And we take a breath in and we reach up. Exhale, just ease into it. One more breath. Inhale, reach up. On the exhale, forward fold, top of the mat. Back foot to front foot. Rise up to mountain pose. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing. Exhale, down dog. Breathe out. Come to the toes. Bend your knees. Look forward. Float. Softly land. Inhale, lift. Forward fold. Chair pose. Chair plane. Staff pose. Left knee lifts. Airplane, fly it back. Knee down lunge, left toes, left knee. Arms sweep up, breathe in. Exhale the hands to the floor, hips back. Inhale, right arm to the sky. Exhale, forward fold, top of the mat. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, chair plane. Inhale, left knee lifts. Excuse me, back to chair plane, left foot down. Inhale, staff pose, right knee lifts. Airplane, right foot kicks back. Right knee sets, knee down lunge. Arms sail up, breathe in. Exhale, hands to the floor, hips back. Inhale, left arm up to the sky. Forward fold, top of the mat, breathe out. Mountain pose, reach up. Exhale, forward fold, breathe out. Now pay attention, take your left foot back, runner's lunge. Right foot back, three-legged dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to the toes, bend the knees, float it up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise up, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Right foot back, runner's lunge. Left leg to the sky, three-legged dog. High plank. Low plank. Inhale to upward facing. Exhale, down dog. Inhale to the toes. Bend the knees, step or float. Halfway lift, top of the mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Fly it back. This time, right knee lifts. Right foot down, birdie pose. Left knee lifts, staff pose. Airplane, fly it back. Knee down lunge, set the left. Inhale, arms up. Here comes the change, the hands come down. Inhale, right arm up to the sky. Modified side plank, yogis, float your right foot back. Sorry, my back is to the camera. This is modified side plank, left shoulder underneath left arm is in stack position, left knee, left hip. Right arm extends towards the front. Beautiful work. Take a full breath in. On the exhale, set your right foot down, the back edge of your mat. Fallen star. Kick your left foot out to the upper right-hand corner of your mat. Just reach up nice and tall. Breathe in, reach up. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Three-legged dog. Left foot to the left thumb. Low lunge. Right heel spins down. We come up to warrior two. Ease into the left knee, contract the back leg, get the shoulders over the hips, drishti over your left thumb. Take a breath in, ease into the knee, reach forward on the breath in, on the exhale, side angle lunge. Just opening up into the hip, keep those legs nice and firm into the mat for their grounding. Option to take your right arm over your ear. Inhale, reverse warrior. Keep into that left knee. Option to take right hand to left wrist. Stretch your left arm up. Drishti down the back leg. Take a breath in. On the exhale, helicopter the hands to the floor for Chaturanga. Left foot floats back. Three-legged low plank. Upward facing. Downward facing. Breathe out. Inhale to the toes. Look forward. Step or hop. Top of the mat. Inhale left. Exhale fold. Chair pose. Birdie pose. Right knee lifts. Kick it back. Airplane. Right knee sets. Knee down lunge. Arms up. Hands to the floor. Shift the hips back. Inhale, left arm up. Modified side plank. Left foot floats back. Find the stack first. Belly to spine. Left hip coming over right hip. Driving through the left heel. Option to take your left arm over your ear. Breathe in. On the exhale, left foot sets down. Fallen triangle. Kick out your right foot. Extend. Up. Open the chest. Reach up. Breathe in. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Three-legged dog. Left foot forward, low lunge. Left heel flat. Warrior two. Rise up. Inhale, reach forward. Side angle lunge, forearm to thigh, or right fingertips to the mat. Keep your legs, reverse the warrior. Up and back. Option to take left hand to right wrist. Stretch it up, keep digging into the right knee. Full breath in. Exhale, hands to the floor. Three-legged low plank. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, down dog. Breath out. 3 breaths. Second one. Third one. Right leg to the sky. Right foot forward, low lunge. Inhale, crescent pose. Let's take your arms up. Super duper. Just get a feel for that. Okay, breathe in, reach up. Airplane wing the arms back. Sweep them back. All is good. Big step staff pose, left knee lifts. Now the first one I'm going to ask you to interlace 2 inches below your left knee. Just keep lifting it up. Ooh. Now send the arms up. You can release your knee, but keep it bent. Airplane pose. Kick your left foot back. Crescent pose, set the left toes down, raise the arms, breathe in. Open up to warrior two. Right palm flips, reverse your warrior. Straighten your right leg, reverse the triangle. Triangle pose, reach forward, out, and down. Right hand to the shin, or if you have a block nearby, it can be right hand to the block, left arm up to the sky. Okay, root down through your right toes. We're going to come to the standing position. Right toes pivot. Sweep the arms up and back. Take a back bend. Fold in for Prasarita. Bring your hands below your shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Low lunge to the top of the mat. Pivot to right toes. Now from here, you're going to kick your left foot all the way out to the right side. So you see how that is? We have 2 feet in line here, straightening out through the right leg to the best of your ability. Left hand to the mat, right arm to the sky. Twist. Take a full breath in. Exhale, right hand down. Vertical splits, left leg to the sky. Kick it up. Drop the head nice and low. Breathe in. Forward fold, top of the mat. Left foot meets the right. Rise up to mountain pose. Sweep it up. Breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe out. Inhale. Halfway lift. Right foot back. Runner's lunge. 3-legged down dog. Left leg to the sky. Kick it back. Left foot forward. Exhale. And then inhale, crescent pose. Take your arms up. Square off to the front, nice and strong in the back leg. Reach up, belly to spine, Trishti forward. Breathe in, reach up. Hands, airplane wings, bow down. Big step, staff pose, right knee lifts. Interlace 2 inches below the right knee. Pull the knee into the chest so it's a standing wind removing type pose. Keep the knee, raise the arms. Airplane pose, kick it back. Land the right toes, crescent pose. Arms to the sky, breathe in. Warrior 2, breathe out. Left palm flips, reverse the warrior. Press through your left foot, straighten your left leg, reverse triangle. Triangle pose. Forward, out, and then left hand down, right arm up. Okay, make sure you have a little bit of a knee bend in your left leg. Stay firm in your legs. Contract your core and low back muscles. Rise up. Left toes pivot. Hands to your hips. Push your hips forward. Take a back bend. Fold into Prasarita. Hands to the floor underneath your shoulders. Halfway lift. Low lunge. Face forward. Left toes pivot. Right toes kick all the way out to the side. So your right toes are all the way out to the left side of the mat. Right hand stays, left arm lifts. Keep working on straightening your left leg. Standing splits, left hand down, right leg to the sky. Take a breath in, step your right foot to the back of the mat. Down dog, left foot to the back of the mat, breathe out. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale to upward facing. Exhale. Down dog, breathe out. Inhale to the toes. Bend the knees, float it up. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Chair pose. Booty down, arms up. Full breath. Sweep the arms behind you for chair plane. Big lift, left knee. Kick your left foot forward. Sweep it back, airplane. Crescent pose, left knee sets. Inhale, arms. Open up to 2. Right palm flips, reverse. Straighten your right leg. Reverse triangle. Triangle pose. One hand down, one hand up. Stand back up, pivot the right toes. Inhale, back bend, setting up for Prasarita. Fold. Hands underneath the shoulders when they hit the mat. Halfway lift. Right toes pivot. Runner's lunge front. Left foot kicks out. Left hand stays, right arm lifts. Exhale, right hand down, vertical splits, left leg up. Left foot to the mat, stand up, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold, breathe out. Inhale, chair pose. Chair plane. Staff pose, left, right knee lifts. Kick out the right foot. Airplane pose, kick your right foot back. Land your crescent pose, right toes touch. Arms lift, breathe in. Open up to warrior 2. Left palm flips, reverse. Straighten the left leg, reverse triangle. Triangle pose. Stand up, left toes pivot. Hands to the hips, back bend. Prasarita, fold in. Halfway lift. Left toes face forward. Runner's lunge to the top. Right foot, kick it out. Right hand stays down, left arm to the sky. Vertical splits, right leg lifts, head drops down, right foot steps back, left foot comes back, down dog, high plank, low plank. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, down dog. Walk about halfway up your mat. Sit your butt onto the floor, come onto your back. Interlace the hands behind your skull, feet to the sky. Elbows stay out to each side, flex the toes towards your face. Pulse it up, core work 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Drop your left heel so it hovers 2 inches off the floor. Your right leg is still to the sky. Left elbow towards the outside of your right knee 10 times. Twist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch. Left foot up. Right foot hovers 2 inches. Right elbow to the outside. Twist it out. 1, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Knees to the chest. Squeeze in. Coming up for boat pose. Rock up. One smooth move. Knees come in. Shins parallel. Flex toes. Arms out to the side. Keep lifting up. Chest. Extend feet up to your degree. Take your arms up. Keep lifting up. Rock and roll vinyasa. Capture the backs of the legs. Rock back. Rock forward. Plant the palms. Chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Breathe out. Beautiful work. Right leg extends. Open up your hip. So you're in three-legged dog, but in a three-legged split. We're going to stay here, flip the dog. Take your left hand, place it directly underneath your shoulder. Knees are bent. And press the hips up. Flip dog. Three-legged dog. Right hand is down. Right leg comes back and up. Step through low lunge. Frame out your right leg. I'm doing a little adjustment on my garments here. Left hand stays down. Extend your right arm forward. In 3, we're going to rise to standing twist. 3, 2, 1. Right arm back. Left arm forward. Turn your head. Look to the right. Exalted warrior. Left hand to the outside of your right thigh. Turn so you look down your back right shoulder, gazing towards the back edge of the right side of the mat. Square your shoulders now to the front, so you're still an exalted warrior with the shoulders square. Take a full breath in, airplane wing the arms. So reach the arms behind you. Open up to warrior 2. Left tibial is flat. Gaze. Going into triangle pose again, but we're going to take a little more time here. So reach your arm out. Left hand goes up, right hand comes down. Option here to corkscrew the left hand into the inner thigh, and then rotate your chest up. Okay, yogis, free your left hand, reach it up towards the sky. Very slowly, we're going to stand up. Pivot your right toes, hands to the heart. So you're in a split fashion with the feet. We make Skandasana at the back of the mat. So it's left butt cheek over the left heel. Just come on down, feel that for a second or 2 or 5 or 10. Just work into the opening of the body. Finding the balanced position. Right heel in line with left heel. So that linear action here is going to get you to the point where You feel imbalance. Once you find that balance point, boy, you really nail it, and it's easy to stay in the pose. Easier, anyway. Hands to the floor. Walk yourself back into Prasarita. So pivot the right toes, so toes in, heels out. You're nice forward folded here. Drop the head. Walk the hands to the outsides of your feet. Maybe the fingers cup and grab the heels. Okay, release the hands, bring them back underneath your shoulders. Halfway lift, stay here and half lift. Draw your hands to your hips, draw the elbows together, use your core, rise up. Right toes pivot to face towards the front. We're sitting up for twisting triangle. So the back foot and the front foot are in one line. Hips are squared towards the front. Shoulders are squared towards the front. Take your right hand to your right hip, drag it back. Left arm lifts to the sky, breathe in. And halfway lift, so we come down, and then from the halfway position, change. Left hand comes down, right arm comes up. Turn your head, look up towards the sky. You're twisting open here. Breathe in. Pyramid stretch. Fold over your right leg. Don't be shy about bending your right knee. Bring your nose to your knee, your knee to the nose, and chin to the throat. Very gently release out of the pose. Softly bend your right leg, step to the top of your mat. Left foot meets the right, halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Mountain pose, sweep up. Breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe out. Inhale, lift. Exhale, right foot back. Three-legged dog, left leg comes to the sky. Stay here in three-legged dog, three-legged split, or flip the dog. Coming over. Three-legged dog, release. Left hand should be down. Left leg kicks back and up. Exhale, left foot to left thumb. Runner's lunge. Frame out your left foot. Right hand stays on the floor. Left arm extends forward. Standing twist, root down, sweep the left arm back and the right arm forward. Exalt, right hand comes up, left hand works to the outer edge of your right thigh. Keep lifting up through the right arm, turn your head so you're looking down now towards the back left corner of your mat. Okay, keep the exalted warrior, but square the shoulders to the front. Inhale. Airplane wings, parallel out the arms. Crown is forward. Inhale to warrior two. Up and around. Triangle, straighten left leg. Reach forward, out and down. Hand to the shin or to your block. Right arm extends up, and sweep the right hand to the inner left thigh for your bind. Release the right arm up to the ceiling. Contract your musculature, stand up. Pivot the left toes. Now remember, yogis, you're going to bring your hands to the heart center, Skandasana, back of the mat. As you come down, right butt cheek comes over the right heel, and then find the left heel in line with the right heel. Just get into this pose. Love this pose, even though it's super challenging. Okay, hands to the mat. Walk yourself back to Prasarita. Hands should be underneath the shoulders. Take a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Second round, walk your hands to the outsides of your feet. Cup and grab the heels. Really try to straighten out through the legs. Keep your chin lifted. Flatten the back as you come down low. Okay, team. Bring your hands back underneath your shoulders. Come into a halfway lift. Hold the half lift. Take the hands to the low back. Keep the elbows together. Root rise. Come up. Now from this position, we move into the twisting triangle. Left toes pivot out. Right foot steps in roughly 3 feet between the heels. Left arm stays. Right arm lifts. Come halfway down. And then right hand to the floor. Left arm up, you're in a twist, twisting triangle. Full breath in, pyramid stretch, fold, drop in. Chin to the chest, bend the knee, drop in. Nice and compressive here. Slowly begin to step to the top of your mat. Left foot forward, right foot forward, halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Mountain pose, reach up. Exhale, forward fold, breathe out. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Come to your toes, bend the knees, look forward, step or float. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise up to mountain pose. Take the arms up above the head. We move into eagle pose. Right arm sweeps. Sit down into the hips. Let's take your right leg up and over. Eagle pose. Release, stand up, right foot down, arms up. Eagle pose, left arm sweeps underneath the right. Sit your hips back into the chair pose. Now take your left leg up and over. And stand up, release, breathe in, exhale, forward fold, breathe out. Inhale, halfway lift, fold in nice and tight, tuck and curl. Bend your knees, keep your hands on the floor, tuck and curl. Round your chin to your chest, push your toes in the floor, lift the heels up, but keep rounding in. Make your way onto your back. Happy baby. You're going to take the outsides of the feet or the insides of the feet. Draw down. Chin to the chest. Release, bring your knees together, wrap your arms in front of your shins. When removing pose, drop the back of the head on the floor. Hug in, curl in. Okay, release the feet to the floor. Let's take a hip opener. Right ankle over left knee. Take your right hand between your legs, left hand to the lower part of your left kneecap, and draw the left knee towards your left shoulder. Press your right elbow into the right leg to press it forward and out. Flex the right toes towards your kneecap. Feel that stretch. Try to keep the back as flat on the floor as possible. Okay, you're going to keep the figure four position. Let your left foot touch the mat. Now we're going to drop everything over to the left side so the sole of your right foot comes to the mat. You're still in the figure four position. Still in the figure four position. Open the arms wide or keep them cactus. Look over your right shoulder. Sometimes in this position I will take my left hand and push my right knee away to get a little more out of the stretch. Just all depends. Release, coming back up. Change. Right foot down in line with your right butt cheek. Left ankle on top of the right knee. Thread the needle. Interlace 2 inches below the right knee. Back of the head on the mat. Press your left knee forward and away as you hug the right knee in towards the armpit. Release. Would like you to sit up, extend both feet out in front of you, setting up for double-legged seated forward fold. Remove the fleshy goodness, flex the toes towards the face, inhale, arms sweep up, breathe in. You can gorilla the hands over the toes, take a halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. And release, coming back up. Left foot in, right foot stays. Arms sweep. Fold over your right leg. With your right peace sign fingers, take your right big toe. You're still in the fold over your right leg. Take your left arm up, twist. Generally, your right elbows to the inside of your right shin muscle. Okay, coming out of the twist, cross the arms, fold again over your right leg. release. Left foot extends, right foot comes in. Arms lift, we breathe in, fold over your left leg. Peace sign fingers to your left big toe. Drop your left elbow to the inside of your left shin bone, right arm up, twist. And as you release, you're going to cross your arms, fold again over your right leg. Beautiful. Release. Coming back up. Make your way onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Let your knees rock side to side. And release. Shavasana. Stay with me just for a couple of moments here. Let the toes drift apart, palms of the hands face upward. Staying soft, breathing easy. Feel free to stay in your Shavasana, your final rest, or hug your knees into your chest, squeeze them in again, and just meet me in a comfortable seated position, facing towards the screen, drawing the thumbs and the hands together at the center of your chest. Dip the chin. Take a full breath in and empty out. Thumbs to the center of the forehead for wisdom. Drop the thumbs to the lips for correct speech. And thumbs right back to the center of the chest for mixing and merging the heart and the mind, placing them into action. Please open up your eyes. I want to thank you so very much. My name is Christian Allaire. This is your YouTube channel for Power Yoga. Thank you so much for supporting this channel. Please, I encourage Venmo donations. That helps me offset some of the costs of this channel, the gear, the gizmos, the streaming, all of that. I really do enjoy doing it. I will continue to try to put out as many videos as I possibly can. Yours truly from Salt Lake City. Have a great rest of your day. Namaste.